country, we are seeing less and less funding going into community colleges. And community colleges have been a really great option for students who don't have the funds to go to a four-year college immediately after high school. It gives them the opportunity to get GEs under their belts at a very, very affordable price. And then they can transfer to a four-year college and finish their undergrad degrees. But, you know, the funding has been cut across the board for all types of education, but community colleges are being hit the hardest. So I'll give you an example. After accounting for inflation, California is now spending the same amount for community colleges than it did 6 years ago, despite adding more than 175,000 students in that period. Okay, so we have more students enrolled in these schools, but we are funding them less. So it's a disaster because now students are desperate to find a different way of getting education, and where are they going? They're going to for-profit colleges, which, by the way, not only advertise to them on television, but they also advertise to them within the community colleges. They put flyers all over the place. They recruit the students on campuses.
If I ran a for-profit college, that's definitely where I would advertise. It's actually very logical.
Right.
And to me, the price disparity is the one that's shocking.
Yeah, definitely. The price disparity is huge. So I'll give you a specific example. For instance, if you want to go into a nursing program, right? Community colleges in California are amazing for nursing programs, and the tuition is about $3,000 at a community college. If you go to Everest College for their nursing program, the tuition is $60,000.
That's, I mean, again, literally unbelievable. Who can pay $60,000 a year for tuition for a nursing school? I mean, you're going to be paying it back your whole life. How long does it last? And then the amount of debt you would have is tremendous. And the disparity between $3,000 and $60,000 is amazing. So now, look, I think that this is exactly what the Republicans want. And now, it's not to make it political because the Democratic Party is A, largely agreed to it, and B, a lot of the big Democrats, like Nancy Pelosi, has connections to the for-profit schools. A lot of the huge Democrats lobbied President Obama and watered down his legislation. But the idea overall is a Republican one, which is to privatize things, right? So anything that's done by the government, terrible, can't have it, got to make it private, right? And so, and in effect, what winds up happening is it becomes much harder to actually get an education that you need to have equal opportunity. What it happens instead is people make a buck off of whatever you're doing, whether it helps you or it doesn't help you. They don't give a damn. You're on your own.
Yeah, that's a great point. And I'll give you another example of that. With the nursing program in California, after you graduate, you need to get a license, and you need to take a test to get that license. If you graduate from a community college with your 2-year degree and you take that licensing test, 90% of community college graduates will get that license. They'll pass. But with Everest College and other for-profit colleges, it's 70%, which is a national low. Okay,
so less effective, but costs 20 times as much. So the guys running those for-profit colleges, they get rich, and we've done many stories on this before, where they turn around and donate a small percentage of that to these cheap-ass politicians who then do whatever the hell that they want. Remember, Obama proposed a tough standard for for-profit colleges, saying that, hey, you got to actually show that people are actually getting degrees, like, for example, the nursing license after they go to your school. And it got watered down so that in the end, they literally said, this is not an exaggeration, it changed the rules by 5%.